Arizona, homeowner's best friend.
If there are active tubes, we'll put an above ground station on top of that active tube. And we have a lot of data. Like, we've done thousands and thousands and thousands of these. And so we can see from an effectiveness perspective how often we have to go back for callbacks. And we know from Centricon that our callbacks have dropped more than 65% of just knocking them out. And so now Terminor is still a great product. It's just they've been innovating, and now there's just a better solution out there. And because there's not as much labor involved, this is less expensive for the homeowner to get into the ground. Now, over time...
Now, that's changed too, right?
100%.
I mean, when the bait system came out, my sarcasm has been known to get me in trouble on more than one occasion. But I would always, when homeowners would ask me, I would say, look, do you want to get rid of the termites, or do you want to become an annuity for your termite treatment company? You know, and the bait system to me was like, okay, well, now I'm just roped into this monthly expense. No matter how long it's going to take, it doesn't matter. But now, and they were charging hefty amounts when it first came out.
Because you had to go out every month to check them.
Yeah,
it was very, very expensive.
It was. Yep. So that's the next component of this evolution of material that makes it more appealing.
Absolutely. And it makes it to where, from a financial perspective, there's not as much labor involved for us to do it. And the great thing about it is, like, you have an active ingredient that's very effective from the very get-go, and it doesn't dissipate with time. One of the challenges with any product that you're putting in, a liquid product, is that over time it's going to break down, and then you have to reestablish the barrier. And you're still going out every year and inspecting that, and then there's a renewal to that. With this, you got 100% coverage all the time. And if you decide that you sell the home or leave the home, it's no big deal. You call us up, we come take these out of the ground. And if somebody does a liquid treatment, they decide to move in a year, we can't go and take that product out.
Yeah, right.
And so that's one of the reasons, from a financial perspective, it's such a big win for the consumer. But it's also more effective. Like, we have been watching this for years.
Because it's not a new product. It actually came out before Terminor did.
Oh, did it?
So this was in 1995.
Okay. All right.
And in the Southeast, it worked awesome. It just didn't work. The first iteration of it didn't work great here in Arizona.
Okay.
And so we're really skittish, and a lot of other pest management professionals in the Valley were skittish on when they came out with this new formulation, this 5th-gen formulation in 2010. We were a hard no, frankly. I mean, they're coming to us, and we're like, nope. And so it took some time for us to see the data as other people started to put their toe in, and we started to realize within the dirt here in the Phoenix metro area, it's just a great option for people. Now, if you have abutting concrete around the house more than 25%, this is not an option that we can apply in following the label.
Well, that's if it's 100% abutting concrete, like all the way to their property line.
Then you're going back to the conventional drill and inject.
Yes.
Yep.
And look, it's still a solid treatment approach. It's just going to be more expensive because the amount of time that we have to drill.
Sure.
So labor
get the
intensive.
termiticide down under the slab and then repatch all that so it's looking good for the homeowner. So as we started to look at that, some of our technicians were around in the late 90s.
Right.
And when we told them we were moving this way, they trust us, but they were basically like one of our main guys. He's been around forever. He's like, I'm like, what do you think? And he's like, well, I'll tell you in 6 months.
Yeah, right.
And guess what he says now?
Oh, yeah, he's on board.
Oh, yeah. They all are on board because they see it. They see the effectiveness of it and the fact that, obviously Termidor was a great thing. And look, BASF has come out with a similar product over the last 7 years because they saw how effective it was as far as what Dow was able to figure out. Yeah. And I think that they figured out, like, hey, we're going to need to adapt and innovate as well, because there's obviously something that's come out that has overtaken the effectiveness of what we have done previously.
Rosie on the house, every Arizona homeowner's best friend.